Welcome back to our San Clemente Mega Flip update. I'm Holly McKhann. This is Scott McKhann. I'm a full-time realtor and he runs our flips and he is in charge of this monster project. In fact, so much he's probably working on it about 8 hours a day, running around town and getting stuff and dealing with contractors. So since our last update, we have gotten final approval from the city for framing, right?
Right.
And so we're going to talk about that briefly, and stucco is starting and the front deck. So Scott, let's start with the framing approval. So what did that mean?
And we had the city out to do a framing inspection, and they needed to, if you look up there, they needed to, there's like little pieces of hardware at the top of a shear wall. Before they would release us to wrap the structure and cover it all up, they had to inspect and make sure that all the right metal and straps and hardware pieces were on before, because you can see behind me over here, now that we got that approval, we can start wrapping the structure in black paper. So it gets a double layer of black paper and then over that chicken wire. And they have to make sure that everything's waterproof. Anytime they put a nail in it or whatever, they have to cover it with caulk to make sure it's waterproof.
So what is black paper? Tell the viewers what that is.
Well, it's waterproof. It's a waterproof paper. So any water that would make its way through the stucco hits that paper and then it just goes down.
And water can get through the stucco. Stucco itself is not waterproof, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So it's porous. So water can get through it. And then from there, it would hit the paper and then run down.
Right. It can't go through the paper.
Right.
Right.
So it keeps the house inside dry. I just saw a house last week that was built in the 70s. One of my buyers is building it. And you could see in the garage where the paper was, because there was nothing in front of the paper, and a lot of the paper was gone. I think you saw it too,
It had disintegrated, yeah.
Yeah. Now, thankfully, in this instance, it was just a garage and the wall was pretty protected with the eave overhanging. So we're not all worried that water's going to get in our house. But that's what the function of the black paper is, right?
Right.
Okay. So what else? You're going to talk about our entry deck?
Well,
here?
we've been working on lots and lots of details. There's tons of details, but one of the things we've been doing is this, we had ripped out the old entry deck because it was rotten in a lot of places. So we put in some plumbing underneath the ground and a bunch of rocks for drainage purposes. And that we rented a compactor and recompacted the dirt. We dug it out some so there's space underneath the new deck. You see these big 4x12s, those are called ledgers. So the new framing is going to go off of that. So next week we'll be framing in this deck back for the entry. We also ordered the front door, which is exciting, but it's going to take 3 months to come from China.
Oh, wow. So it's a custom door.
Custom door.
But it's custom made in China.
Yes.
That's interesting. But you ordered it in LA, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, it's a very cool door. So you'll have to see that in the future. It's called a pivot door. So if you don't know what that is, you can Google it because it's kind of hard to describe, but it's on an axis and the door swings around on the axis. So very contemporary look. How big will the contemporary door be?
It's going to be 8 feet tall and about 7 feet wide.
It's going to be very big, swinging around.
Yep.
So
huge door.
Be cool.
It's going to be awesome.
So what else can we show them or talk about?
Well, we could go inside. I mean, you can look here. They're starting.
That silver part?
Yeah, that's called weep screed. So and it's got holes in the bottom. It's the black paper is going to come down and cover that up here. So any water that came down is going to go over that and then kick out and off. This is like the bottom of where the stucco will go.
Okay.
And I've got more stuff to show you on the rooftop deck in particular.
Okay, let's head up there. So here we are up on the rooftop deck, which has been waterproofed, right? Completely or partially?
Well, it's got its first layer of waterproofing.
Okay.
It's a lot of work to do the first layer.
Okay. So are they done with the first layer?
They're done with the first layer, but it's going to get about 3 more layers.
Okay. And you thought we were ready for stucco and stucco started. You could see that they got the chicken wire up. The second layer that happens after the paper, right?
Right, yeah. So one thing that needs to happen with the stucco, which is kind of revealing some stuff that's not completed yet, we have to have all the electrical in. Like we're going to be an electrical plug and a light. We have to have anything that's coming through done because the walls are getting covered up and it's got to be inside the wall and poking out. There's going to be a hose bib here, a hose connection. So it's revealing things that are still undone. We're like, oh shoot, I got to get that done. Oh shoot, I got to get that done. I got to get the right guy here to do the right thing.
Yeah.
One thing is on this deck, we raised it up. This was the old garage roof, but we actually jacked it up and raised it up to give it more slope, so it drains off this way. And then if you look over here,
There's little holes, huh?
there's little holes. Those are called scuppers. So the water can get out down and through the scuppers, and then we'll have rain gutters on the other side to catch the water.
Yep.
And another thing that we did is the skylights. You can see this one. We've raised up these three. We had built them flat, but then it turned out they were supposed to have a little bit of slope on them. So we've gone back and
so that's for drainage,
for drainage, just so that water doesn't pond flat. It'll, you know, get to the bottom.
Okay.
So we've raised it up. We're going to have to waterproof, put a little more roofing there, but that's fine. So.
Okay. Anything else? Oh, I see a door. That wasn't in before. Is that installed?
That is installed. I want to talk to you about if it's a good fit or not, if we like it. But
oh, you guys get to see live.
Well, that's
discussion.
That's an off-camera discussion.
Okay.
But yeah, so we have a door here. We're going to have two doors coming out to the rooftop deck.
So is that an exterior door?
It is an exterior door.
Yeah, and this will all be exterior. I like that with the silver lines in it. That came out really cool.
I like it. My only concern, which we can talk about later, is from the inside, this door won't match the other doors in the house.
Once again.
So
the dilemmas and the questions. And when you start installing things, then you notice, especially in proximity, you're like, oh, it's going to be right next to another door, and they might not match. Huh?
They won't match. So
yeah,
I mean, we
hard.
need to decide what we want to do about that. Because I do like this door, and I've got about 5 or 6 of them on the outside for certain things and storage rooms and stuff like that. But we just have to figure it out.
So comment below and let me know what you guys think. Is it okay to have this exterior door showing inside, even though it's not going to match the interior one right here? Or what's our other option? Put an interior door here and hope it's covered enough that it's sheltered from the rain?
Well, no, we can't put an interior door there. We could attempt to get an exterior door that matches the style of the interior doors, which that might be tough. Or we get something that's plainer that maybe more closely matches. It's a problem.
Yes, all the decisions that come up when you're doing a remodel or a new construction. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Hopefully we have a lot more done next time for the next video. The stucco is all going to be going on. And once that happens, then we can drywall inside and start putting the whole house back together. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see the future ones. Thanks for watching.